All right, call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great meals on the Ruel. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. Back at you with another quick one, and I do have to make this quick, but I want to hit the points that we need to hit, so I'm only going to allow a little bit of this video to play. But yeah, here we go.
Breaking news. So the United States Senate just issued a warning to the ICJ as well. Now, this comes 1 week after they issued a warning to the ICC, basically making it known that if you indeed try to issue a warrant for arrest for Benjamin Netanyahu, then we will, start sanctioning, right? So this morning, literally less than 5 minutes ago, we just received this news that they have now moved forward, the United States Senate moved forward with issuing a statement, basically threatening the ICJ that if they try to issue an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu, then they will destroy the ICJ. Yes, the United States Senate.
And that's all we really need. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so an ICJ stands for International Council of Justice. All right, so with the UN, there are six, and there goes that number, six principal organs. You have the UN General Assembly, the Secretariat, the ICJ, the Security Council. So like with, restoring order. So, the ones that'll be here, those UN troops, they would fall under the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, and then the Trusteeship Council. Okay. Now, the Senate is, all of the different governors of the state. As you can see, Ted Cruz is on there for Texas. Who else? It was Tom Cotton. You remember that fool? The one that I did the previous video where he was saying all those little Gazas. I believe that's him. And you bet your ass, because Ted Cruz is also wanting to further or boycott businesses that boycott Israel. So you best believe that there are everybody that signed this is getting some sort of kickback. Let's get a scripture or four. But this is just a way that Revelation 17 and 16, where it says the 10 horns shall hate. So hate the whore and burn her with fire. Okay, that is the EU and NATO, America's allies, surely are going to eventually just say, to hell with you, because America's historically, their foreign policy has been atrocious, and the only reason why other nations haven't come against them is because because at one point in time, Babylon was at the top. So let's get Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach or Sirach, I'm saying it like that so you can know where to go. 14 and 5. We're going to read through 9. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. There is none worse than he that is that envieth himself, and that is recompense of his wickedness. And if he doth good, he doth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. The envious man hath a wicked eye, he turneth away his face, and despiseth men. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. So that is especially 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? This is Edomite on Edomite or so-called white on white crime here. You're destroying. You are saying you are going to destroy the International Council of Justice. They're supposed to uphold, supposed to uphold, order and bring folks in for whatever judgment or whatever punitive action they are supposed to face internationally. And there are 193 countries in the UN. Okay, and by, if we go, I pulled this up right here. I looked it up. So all EU countries are independent members of the UN. Okay, some of them are founding members of the global organization. Let's see. The European Union works closely with the UN on a number of issues for human rights. Now, if all, I believe the term is ipso facto, which means by fact. So if you are basically, if you are a UN member, then you are also a member within the ICJ. And again, there are over 190 something, maybe 193 countries. So again, the least of the flock is drawing them out. And I've said it before. Israel's judgment is Babylon's judgment. They are hand in hand, tied together. So the least of the flock, according to the scriptures, is truly drawing them out. And with the help of Babylon, ooh-wee. Man, these scriptures, they just coming right off the page, man. And now it makes sense why all of these different distractions are just popping up left and right. The whole Diddy thing, the rap beef thing, which some of it is kind of funny, right? The Drake and Kendrick, it's whatever. But that's not important. People don't understand that they're about to starve. People don't understand that they're about to be drafted. People don't understand that they're not going to be able to afford to live in their own home in a very near future. And since I mentioned Revelation 16, dang, there we go. I'm sorry, 17. 17 and 16 is what I want. Let me read 15. He saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are the peoples and the multitudes and the nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So at one point we were kind of wondering how or what is America going to do, which is the whore that rides on the back of the beast. The beast is, the NATO, the EU, this system, which in aforetime were the vassal states of Rome. What was America going to do to make her allies turn on her? And the foreign policy itself wasn't enough, but as you see things start to unfold, as we fast forward up until now, the foreign policy is just what we needed. In the right event involving those fake people in the land, who would have thought? Well, it's written in the scriptures, ain't it? We'll get one more. And I mentioned the least of the flock, so let's go. It's in Jeremiah 49, and it's also in the following chapter, Jeremiah 50. But we'll get it in 49 and 20 because there's one last scripture that I want to get, and that's Jeremiah 49 and 10. So I want to close it on 10, so we're going to read 20 first and work our way back. All right, so here's 20. Therefore, Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore, heareth the counsel of the Lord that he taketh against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right, and you see it. Then we'll work our way back to 10, and this will be the final scripture here. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. And that is what you're seeing. That is why the things that these devils, their enchantments that they've been trying to stand with, that have worked in times past, are no longer working. That anti-SEM card ain't working. That bringing up the H thing back in the 40s, that ain't working. Too much information is going out. Your lies are being exposed. The truth of the Bible is going out, and the residual effects of that is that other things are coming out that help expose you, which is why they want this TikTok up out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay, but I'll more than likely try to do a part two on why the legislative branch, which also holds, which is the Senate plus the House of Representatives. I will try my best to do a part two and kind of go a little bit more into that, and why them making this crazy claim that they're going to destroy the ICJ is it's outlandish. It is something that is unheard of. But hey, that's the time we're living in. So with that being said, this is something quick I wanted to bring out. I pray that you were edified, and on to the next.